Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Friday, February the 15th, and this is a quick hit on the precious metals, looking at SLV, GLD, and GDX. So last night we did just a little special just on SLV because I liked it so much, and it was fantastic. We had our wonderful drop today, down just over 2%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything is working, firing on all cylinders here. And so the question becomes, what now? Well, let's take a look. We're way outside the lower Bollinger Band. That is not good, unless it's just falling to pieces, which I'm hopeful that it will continue falling to pieces. But Monday is closed in the US, so it could be really weird. And we do not know how the Chinese are going to react with precious metals since they've been off all week long. Now, beyond this, which is not a great position, we're coming in on the other eyeball trend line, which is 8.5, which we know should be support. And we're already starting to sort of get into that. We had a little bit of a retrace today, not desperate or anything, but what do we have? Well, we have the bearish cross on the MACD histogram going down, plenty of room to move. Down on the RSI, more room to move there as well. Down on the CCI, it's pretty low. We have a bottoming blip in the heat map. It isn't drastically red, but it's a decent blip. 14-day RSI moving average moving down. Stochastics still going down and holding low. I'm going to zoom out of here just a little bit, just to get a better perspective. And what do we see? Well, CCI can go lower. The stochastics could get stuck in the down position. But either one of those could get a bump and relieve the blip. So I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, and we are getting close to the area where it should have support, good support here, about 30 cents to the downside. But if it does break that, it'll get really ugly really fast, and I'm still looking at that 27 if that happens. But for the moment, it looks bad. We could get a minor bump, but the damage is done. We definitely should be going in for a test of this trend line sooner or later. I mean, to me, it's essentially a done deal. It's going to happen. There's too much momentum. We have too great of alignment here. We could get a partial gap fill here, but or get back inside the lower Bollinger Band, entirely possible, which would also be a partial gap fill, I'm sure. But anyways, it looks bad. It is bad. It has a little more to go, and then we have to see what happens, but I'm hopeful that it will bust that out and keep going. Now, to further emphasize the likelihood of this, internal structure of volume. Been following this one, been saying that danger zone, yes, no, we could get some reds, etc., etc. And what do we have today? We have 4 reds, 4 out of 5. Dual volume flow, on balance volume, a biggie. Volume weighted MACD, and as of today, the volume price trend. Excellent. And we are starting the cross on the accumulation distribution. We almost could say that this is a red since it's barely poking through, but I will wait until Tuesday to confirm that. So as far as I'm concerned, 4 reds, 1 green, which is a questionable red, 4 reds, 5 reds, however you want to look at it. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. The damage is done. Now normally this should lead into a waterfall event with all of these going down. Yeah, I mean, we could get a whipsaw on a couple of them, but we'll have to see Tuesday. But this looks absolutely 100% fantastic. I just love it. Going on to GLD. Yep. Wrong one. GLD. Look how nasty this is. This is wonderful too. Dumping way out, completely outside the upper Bollinger or the lower Bollinger Band. It's a hammer though, at the bottom of possible range. So the bulls are going to see this and say, hey, this is where it should bounce. And if it does get a bit of a bounce, yeah, that will help carry silver as well. So, not counting out a bump up on Tuesday, but regardless if this bounces or not, we have a new low. It should be retested in the intermediate future. So even if this is a low, it's going to go back to it. There's just too much momentum. Beyond that, what do we have? It's just like silver. Everything is pointing down, holding low. That is wonderful. Now, are we into a support area? Sure we are. We're right into the teeth of this one. It is, or should be, relatively minor. And there's plenty below this going down into 51 roundabout. But this looks great. We do have a red blip in the heat map, so that is a warning sign. The positioning, the candle, all a warning sign that we could have a quick bounce, gap fill, partial gap fill, etc. So Tuesday, very important, very important. What can I say? And going on to GDX, the miners. This is wonderful too. Big dump out outside the lower Bollinger Band. We don't have a red blip, but we have a dark, almost red blip. Everything is pointing down, holding low, etc. This is wonderful. The bulls have to be freaking out. This is not a reversal candle. This is a continuation candle. So we do have that in our grubby little hands. And look at this. We had this area of support. It went right through it, closed below it. That's about as bearish as it gets. So this one busted out totally. And the next support would be right here, and that is 39.08. So almost $1 to the downside from where it is now. Very, very ugly. If it were to break that, holy cow, people will be running for the hills and dumping their metals as fast as possible. I don't know if that will happen, but sure would be nice. And I might as well take a look at the volume on this one. I didn't do it on gold, but you know what? I will do it on this one, just to see if we can get a feel, I should say, a fill, for the likelihood of this previous low. Alright, the two biggies, accumulation distribution and on-balance volume. On-balance volume, definitely no sign here of letting up. Accumulation distribution, no sign of letting up. You can see we're having whipsaw in the volume price trend, whipsaw in the volume weighted MACD, and not a danger zone excuse me, in the dual volume flow. So overall, volume-wise, absolutely negative. We should hit this previous support. So a little bit of a push-pull. You have gold trying to influence in one direction. You have silver and the miners definitely looking horrible. Tuesday is going to be so interesting. And once we hit 28.5, I'll be watching like a hawk. Hope everyone has a nice weekend. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.